Oh, here we are at Peacock Point Reserve. Can't get much closer to the city than this. There's the Anzac Bridge over there. It's W Hotel in the distance. King Street Wharf. Barangaroo. And there's Miller's Point over there and the bridge behind it. Harbour sightseeing vessel heading out to Circular Quay, no doubt, or maybe over to Barangaroo to pick up a few punters and take them out on the harbour. Certainly got the music pumping. But yeah, this is a beautiful spot. Another place that you won't find too many tourists unless they're adventurous and they catch the ferry over. Because we're basically on the peninsula that Balmain sits on. And I've got to get up there in a minute and have a coffee because I'm absolutely dying for one. So today in the city, it's supposed to be 22 degrees Celsius. And this was an unplanned trip to get these city views today. I got called into North Sydney to drop something off. Wasn't planning to do it, but I have been planning to do these top sort of views of the city for a while, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to do it, seeing that I was coming in here. Got my South Sydney Rabbitohs cap on today. We actually won a game last weekend where we beat the Parramatta Eels, which was a miracle. We've had a terrible start to the season. We've probably the last 5 years we're used to being up the top of the table, but currently we're sitting last. We're heading for the wooden spoon unless we get some more victories under our belt. But this is the first of the views of the city today, of the top spots that tourists don't go to. This is not a spot that a tourist would head to get a view of the city. But HW takes you here with the beauty of YouTube and a GoPro camera. So seeing that I'm starting over on this peninsula here, might as well head up into Balmain and see if we can get a nectar up there, eh? Oh, look where I've settled for a nectar. Got a view of the Harbour Bridge down Darling Road in Balmain. Got a flat white. Got banana bread. What more could I ask for? Beautiful old awnings around this old shop here. So here I am. Wow, that's a good coffee. That's a really good flat white. Oh, euphoria. And just quietly, there's a Parramatta Eels player sitting behind me by the name of Mitchell Moses. I'll see if I can take a sneaky shot. Might have picked it up. Be a bit subtle. Duff Reserve Point Piper. This is a cracking spot too. Yep, this is another spot that tourists don't come, but they probably should. Oh, here we are on top of Heartbreak Hill, above Rose Bay. Another beautiful view of the city that you won't find many tourists on. That's Rose Bay Convent, or Kincoppel Girls Private School if you're interested. But it's one of my favourite views up here. This actual place is called Forsyth Park. So says the plaque just here. And it has a little map showing you Rose Bay, which is just down there. And Rose Bay Convent, which I just pointed out. And Wallara Point and Clark Point. Clark Point's one of the little islands down there. In a couple of months' time, there'll be thousands of people trotting up the road here, doing the city to surf. So yeah, Forsyth Park on New South Head Road, right next to Kincoppel. Another delightful view of the city of Sydney. Here we are at Mans Point, or Mans Point, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I call it Mans Point. But this is, without a doubt, one of my favourite spots for a view of the city. Have a go at it. The Harbour Bridge over there, over the top of the bush there. Centrepoint Tower. Barangaroo. Even if you can turn this way, you can see Anzac Bridge. But yeah, I reckon this is a stunning spot, and definitely a spot tourists don't come to. This is equally glorious during the evening as well. If you've got the balls to come up here. It's not really well lit at night, and there's usually only a few people parked in the parking lot behind me. And it's stunning during the evening as well. But if you can get a group of people together, that might be an option. Otherwise, come here during the day. Must be something wrong with this ferry down here. Tugboats pushing it along. Must be trying to get it to that ferry stop over there. Let's keep watching it while we're here. See if that's the option they're trying to take. Although by the looks of it, looks like they might be trying to get it a bit further up the harbour. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get further up the harbour. We're going to take it over to Barangaroo. There's a little naval ship coming towards us here as well. One of the naval clearance boats, I'd say. We've filmed that base before. Little bit of smog around, but still a delightful view. And here we are at the last stop for today, Cremorne Point. It's sensational view, this one. See the Opera House. It's a cruise ship behind it in Circular Quay. All the towers of the city in view. The Harbour Bridge. North Sydney. Woolloomooloo and the naval base over there. Oh, we're in time for the ferry. Here it goes. That's the ferry that takes you across to Cremorne Point here. So there's probably a couple of tourists that jump on that, but I don't think it's a spot that's highly advertised for tourists to come to, but they should, given the view. Tell you what I could do with watering the horses in a minute. I don't know whether you can see, but just down here under this palm tree, there's a fisherman. Can you see him? Looks like he's just picked up a little fish. Gonna use it for a bit of bait, no doubt. Yeah, good spot, the old Cremorne Point. So if you do come to Sydney, worthwhile catching the ferry over to Cremorne Point from Circular Quay to get your goggles around this awesome view. Likewise at that other place that we were at earlier, that Peacock at Balmain, can catch the ferry over to Balmain and do the same thing and get that view that we saw earlier. Sensational day in old Sydney town today, and I can report it has got up to the 22 degrees Celsius. I saw it in the car earlier on the old thermometer. So as we look across at the skyline of the city of Sydney, I'll take the opportunity to say goodbye to you as another ferry comes into Cremorne. Actually, we might as well stay in this picture and watch the ferry come in. But what I was going to say was, hope you enjoyed the view and getting around the top 5 lookout points according to HW that the tourists don't go to. So when you come to Sydney, you should. So until next time, thanks for coming on the skirt around all the lookouts today, and I'll say goodbye to you. The video is over. There goes the friendship.